What is going on, everybody? It has been a while. Cinderclouds, Nicole Fisher, Shiny Hunter Jackal, Squishy Lad Gaming, the Shiny Charizard, Dragon Tamer 67, Dolphin Ozzy. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Welcome back. I'm glad to be back. I'm probably gonna have to turn my mic down. I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. It is way closer to my face than usual. Hopefully that doesn't clip as much, and hopefully I stop clapping too loudly. But yeah, no, this has been one heck of a week. And it's all over. Finals week is done. I'm done with classes. I can relax and I can get back to streaming. Because for anyone who wasn't aware, last week was finals week for me at university. I have one more semester, then I'm done. But this week hit me hard. I had 2 projects. I had 2 full-on finals, as well as tests the week before. And all this stuff was going on. I'm glad that it's all done. I'm glad I can get back to streaming. I said to take that time so I could actually like focus on getting through everything. But like I said, it's done. Obviously, I am back in like the basement, not the apartment, so yeah, this will be where we're streaming for a bit. Just to give everyone a heads up on the schedule for the week before we get going, because we still have to find Kyogre. I've had literally 0 time to focus on this stuff. This week I will be streaming today, tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday. Yeah, that is the correct day that it is. I've already forgotten the days of the week. I've only been home like 2 days. But yeah, so from Friday through the 21st to the 26th, I won't be able to stream. I know I'm just getting back from a long break, but because of holidays and stuff, visiting families, visiting friends, all that good stuff. We'll be back on the 26th, streaming some more. But yeah, so that is the plan, just so everyone knows. We do have 4 straight days of actual streams, so hopefully we can find a shiny in that time. But seriously, guys, good to be back streaming. I am rambling a bunch. One thing I need to do here while I'm thinking about it and while I actually have the system that I'm using plugged in, I gotta trade over my actual hunting team. Still haven't done that. Literally, like I said, I have had 0 time to do anything aside from schoolwork, but we're back. Yellow Vanillix, welcome to the stream. Going for the pink Ooga Beluga. Yes, I love that name. We are. But yeah, so let's go ahead and trade here. You just got yourself, you just got a shiny Azelf. Nice! Awesome! Fun fact, you had a dream that you got a shiny Kyogre in like 18 encounters and it proceeded to ruin your entire shiny hunting ego. Oh no! Oh no. Alright, let's link trade. And then we gotta trade this whole team over. I only have 1 charger, and the system I'm trading from has to be plugged in. So yeah, we're gonna be doing all the trading right now. Before I have to plug back in the hunting system, the streaming system. Good luck. What's going on, Loot? Welcome to the stream. Thank you. I definitely will need it. Definitely will need it. I'm still just glad to be back, though. Still glad to be back. Galaxy, welcome to the stream. So much has happened in your life since the last stream. Oh, goodness. No, seriously, like, it has been a hectic week for me as well. Yeah, I had an artificial intelligence project, a data mining project that I ended up having to do mostly on my own. And like I couldn't even turn in the whole thing because like my partner like got in a wreck and like had to medical withdraw, and I didn't find this out until the day after it was due. So hopefully I can get some points back, some like pity points from the professor there. We'll see. Today is like the day grades are due and they still haven't submitted them all. Like my professors still haven't submitted them, so that's frustrating. So we'll just see on that front what I have. Everything. Cheese and Ham, welcome to the stream. You're like 3. You're at like 3.5 for Kyogre. Right now, so you're approaching odds. Good luck, Cinder. Good luck. Yeah, you're, what, like 500 away from odds about. Tomorrow, the next one will be Shiny Uxie. Well, good luck with that. Yo, Squishy, how's it going, dude? You failed your first Shiny and started your first Office Hunt. Oh no, dude. Oh no. Yo, Mangle, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Finally found an Ultra Moon stream. Yep, it has been a little while since I've been doing the streams due to finals and everything, but we're back. We're back for the holidays. Yeah. Yeah, so to make sure that was the right trade. Was that the right trade? Or did I just go backwards with that one? I think I just went backwards with that one, didn't I? Oh? No? I guess. Sorry, I don't know, I thought I heard a noise for a second there. Got a temporary test? Nice, dude! We battle against each other. I don't really do stream battles. I don't have any kind of battling team, and I don't really battle in Pokemon like competitively at all. You haven't gotten a single shiny for WSHC yet. Ah, no! I'm so sorry to hear it, Cinder. Shiny Golbat spawned. It was like, hey, you want to encounter me? Too bad, I'm gone. No! Oh, I had that with a shiny Caterpie like the first week that Let's Go was out. Read your last comments, but it was retracted. Like, I can't read it. Oh, you started a Raikou hunt. Well, good luck, man. Good luck, dude. You're so tired. Hey, that's all good, Dolphinozzy. That's all good. If you can get one by Friday, that'd be great, so you can hunt Xerneas or Yveltal for Christmas. Yeah, that'd be super cool. Best of luck to you. Alright, 2 more trades. 2 more trades here, and then we can actually start our hunt. It was a random encounter, so you weren't too mad. Yeah, you weren't, like, fully hunting for it. I totally get it, though. Like, the Psyduck was awful. The Psyduck, for me, it was just terrible. Like, because that's the first time I've actually, like, legitimately failed. I had the Caterpie. The Caterpie was just me kind of missing it. It's like, alright, well, I didn't encounter it. But the Psyduck I, like, encountered, and I was throwing Pokeballs. I was just throwing them really poorly. You're heading out. Alright, see you later, Dolphinozzy. Thank you again for tuning into the stream. It was good to see you. Hope to see you some more throughout the next couple of weeks while I'm streaming. What game do you think will produce shiny for you first? Ultra Sun or Ultra Moon? I feel like I've had the most luck with Ultra Moon. And by that I mean Ultra Moon didn't give me Regice. Or it didn't give me the difficulties that were Regice. Alright, final trade here, guys. Final trade, then we hit the wormholes again. Let's go ahead and get some Ralts encounters in. We haven't even like touched this one. It was shiny Rayquaza. Awesome, Mangle. Awesome. Post video Discord, but it was like 0.02 steps for encountering it. You were so confused. That's kind of what happened with my Caterpie. Like, I noticed it was like, oh crap, and I started moving towards it, and I couldn't get there. Like, as I kind of like stepped into it, it disappeared. I was like, dang it. So yeah, I know that. I know that feeling. I'm probably going to have to rearrange how this setup is. I'm like really reaching for the systems now. Okay, we're good to actually start doing some wormhole runs now, guys. I had to trade while I had that other system running. So let's return to the wormholes. Yo! Next Interact, welcome to the stream. How are you doing, dude? So you think your Ultra Moon will give you a shiny first in terms of these 2 hunts that you're doing right now? Yeah, I think so. You're 91% done with the decks and it's so painful. Once you get to those last few, you're at the ones that, you know, we're gonna take a while, so you kind of avoided. I know the feeling. Nice hat. Thank you. Oh man, guys, I'm so glad to be able to stream again. It's been so long. Like it's only been a week, but at the same time, like it has been a long week. There were multiple nights, like from Friday to Tuesday, I didn't get to bed before like 4 a.m. So I was working on a project and a paper. Then I had to work on another project and a proposal for the project and all this stuff. While at the same time studying for actual like final exams. But it's all done now. Luis Enrique, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? You're off for break. Awesome, dude. Yo, Navy, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? You're starting to fill up your Ultra Sun Pokedex and you're dreading it. I haven't put much time. Oh no, I was reading chat. No. All right, we're gonna dive in there, or not. Rip me. Oh well. Ah, that stinks. We'll have to find another one then, right? Also, is the stream working for you guys? I guess if you answer this question, yes. But it's lagging for me. Like, it's buffering even though OBS says it isn't. Like, is that something that you guys are seeing too? Stream's working cool. Most people have been saying it'll be Ultra Sun, considering you've been a lot more lucky with Ultra Sun than Ultra Moon. Maybe. It's not really buffering? Okay. I'm pushed for time into the game, and it's gonna be a rough one. You'll get it filled out though. Why is Supini so hard to get? Also, why is my show so hard to get on GTS? You just gotta put up a good trade for it. Gotta put up a good trade for it. That's always the problem, is like if you go on a GTS expecting to find a good trade, odds are you won't. But if you post a good trade, someone will like respond to it as soon as they see it. CTR remake, I'm hyped for it. I'm so hyped for that. I've never played CTR. I've played Nitro Kart and Tag Team Racing. Or Crash Team Racing. Not Crash Team Racing, no, Tag Team. The one for Xbox and like PS2. So tempted to pre-order. I don't know, with the remakes, there'll be a lot of hype for it, but there's no need to pre-order. Like, just pick it up the first day. I don't know. Like, outside of Pokemon, and a lot of it's just because of YouTube and stuff, I don't pre-order anything. Because if it's on Steam, I can download it, and I lose the time of download over having pre-regged and installed it. But, and you get to like see a couple more reviews. Dang it! Dang it, dang it, dang it. Yeah, no, I'm like completely buffering here. Oh, okay, there we go. Now it's all fixed. Ultra Sun's got a better track record. For me, it doesn't though. For me, it has like the worst track record. Ultra Sun give you your first triple-digit hunts. You guess right here, this is the first non-triple-digit hunt on Ultra Sun actually. And Ultra Moon gave you your first ever over-odds hunt. That's true. But that just means Ultra Moon's due to give you an under-odds hunt, right? That'd be my logic. That'd be my way of thinking about it. Fall 76 was so disappointing. There's been so much stuff with that. I was like trying to get people to talk about it on stream, like last week when I was, or the week before last when I was still streaming. Because yeah, no, it was just a continuous PR mess. Like, glitches everywhere, followed by like issues with collector's editions and everything. Like, none of it went well. Like, everything about that was continuously just going poorly. The canvas bag, followed by them trying to like give it back to people, like the 500 atoms is like a repayment, like a way of like saying sorry and that like being enough for people having bought like a $200 edition of the game for that. If you were Todd, you'd probably be hiding in a bunker right now, waiting for Elder Scrolls 6 info to come out so no one hates me anymore. You gotta bet people are skeptical about the quality of Elder Scrolls 6 now too, though, because like. Then there were the issues just with Bethesda support in general. There were people who like... There were the people who were like, hey, all of your support tickets are coming to me with like your full name, email address, physical address, and like credit card info. Like, the amount of... That is like horrible. That is a horrible thing for everyone involved. So like, yeah, just watching how much that was a continuous situation of there's no way it can get worse, followed by it going, oh, watch me, and one-upping itself every time was crazy. So for Bethesda's sake, I kind of hope it calms down, or it's calmed down, but it's got to take Bethesda actually fixing stuff. Firemaster, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? You have better Ultra Moon luck. You have better Ultra Sun luck. You're the anti-Ian. 76 is already on sale at Walmart for 40 bucks. Oh yeah, no, like it is not a full price game. Yeah, no, it got price cut pretty quickly. Felt bad the game was such a labor of love, but it was so bad. A lot of the game had red flags in the beginning. It basically looks like a game where they're like, I think they kind of argued that it was a game to tide people over until Fallout 5. essentially, is kind of what people were saying, but it's like, but that should either A, be Fallout 4, or B, be another game. Like, you don't have to be locked into only playing a certain series of games. Like, there's no need to be like you can be like, alright, I'm kind of done with Fallout for now. You go play Far Cry, you go play Assassin's Creed, you go play, like, Call of Duty or Halo, or... You can play other game series, like Red Dead just came out. So you don't have to, like, continuously be playing the game. I know for Bethesda's sake, like, they want you continuously playing the game, but... Like, for it to essentially be an online multiplayer version of their current engines, which are built around modding and hacking and being extremely unstable, it doesn't make for a good multiplayer experience. So the game, like, constantly had people kind of squinting at it, like, maybe this isn't the greatest thing. So, it had red flags from the start, and then, yeah, it's just, the way they kind of handled the beta was a bit iffy. Like, when people are like, give us push to talk, like, we really need that. They're like, no, 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 it ruins the experience of the game. It's like, no, you don't understand how push to talk works then. Like, you don't understand the reason behind it then. Because people are, like, auto hot mic'd, and so you just heard, like, everything going on in someone's room except for them talking. And, yeah, so there's a whole bunch of just problems with that game. I really do hope that whatever the next Fallout game is, or the next Elder Scrolls, like, ends up being a good game. Like, I really, really do. Like, the series and the franchises themselves have been great franchises. It's just, this was a big misstep in a time of a lot of companies misstepping. Look at kind of Red Dead Redemption's online's reception, the way that it kind of feels. Like, one person literally was like, figured out that it was like cheaper to outsource someone grinding their game than to buy the in-game currency. Like you have all that going on, so it's not just Bethesda, and I hope that it kind of gets turned around in time for like some of those other games. Yo, Michael, welcome to the stream, dude. How are you doing today? Good old Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be on that old engine that Bethesda will never get off. It has to be on a different one now, though. After how bad Fallout 76 was received, it has to be on a new engine. They have to rework it. They're going to accept it again. Meanwhile, I've just been playing Smash like a lot. Actually, have a new main after maining Lucario for like 8 years. Surprising, because you've been maining Lucario for 8 years. Who is it? Your shiny look is going good. You got a shiny Midday Lycanroc and shiny Lucario. Awesome, Fire Master. Awesome, dude. Yeah, no, there were like, I don't know. I still haven't picked up Smash. It's looked really good. I haven't gotten it. Don't know when I'll end up getting it. I don't know if I'll get it still. It's still that thing where it's like, it looks really cool, but I know that it's not my kind of game. So we'll see what ends up happening around that. Like, I'll probably get it at some point. I don't think I can go very long without it. I doubt I can make it through like next summer without it even. But we'll just have to see. Nope, nope to what? You're back. You got an ad this week? Yeah, it's been a monetized stream for like over a year. They've already said it's gonna be on that copy. They have said nothing about Fallout 6 or about Elder Scrolls 6. The most that I have seen about it, the most I've seen about Elder Scrolls 6 is literally that one scene where they're kind of panning along in like a field, and then they said Elder Scrolls 6. They don't even have a name. If it is in the old engine, that is the end of Bethesda. Like, people have been constantly dealing with that, just accepting it. And then after 76, they're not. That's one of the big things, is like, as a company, 76 turned everyone, got rid of all of the good faith that people had with Bethesda. Of like, oh, well, they do this, but that's them. It's like, alright, but they're still doing this even when the game doesn't. Like, it's turned away from a Bethesda's quirky to a Bethesda's lazy thing, and so if they don't actually change that, they're screwed. You never noticed. I don't know. I don't know how often it runs anything. I don't actually watch my streams in that normal way. Can't wait for a Kyogre to look down on us. Seriously, its encounter animation scared you the first time. Well, hopefully we can find it today, Tegan. How are you doing, by the way? Which is that Skyrim 6th edition. I mean, I don't know. The thing is, like, there was no way they were getting away with, like, being, here's Skyrim Mobile, and not telling us, like, Elder Scrolls 6 is actually happening. Like, watching Bethesda stuff during that whole conference where they announced all the different games, it was like, they had to wrap it up. There was no way they were getting away without saying anything about it. Like, people were really like, come on now. Come on now. You gotta give us something. You're in the Lucina main now, and you'll love it. Pretty okay using your basic. She's a pretty lady with a sword. She's actually good, so you can't go back now. See, like, that's one thing that I feel like I'll enjoy if I do play it the single player aspect of, like, enjoy the single player aspect of Smash a lot, and I think I'll, like, find kind of a main through all that. Like, I'll find someone I'm like, oh, hey, I'm actually good at this, and then I'll play against people and I won't be good. But yeah, so does anyone have exciting things planned for the holidays? Because for the most part, I'm staying around home, which will be nice. After essentially from Thanksgiving until now, I've been continuously stressed by school. Like, I don't know if you guys have noticed the number of streams that were canceled and stuff in the, like, past few weeks due to homework. And the number of times the stream was shorter because I had to go do homework or a project or something afterwards. All that stuff was going on for like the past few weeks, and it's finally good to just not have anything, you know? So hopefully here in the next, hopefully we can enjoy the next couple weeks. Hopefully everyone's like planning on having a good break and stuff, a good holiday season and everything. And I'm hoping to, hopefully we can find a Kyogre. That's the real thing to be hoping for here. Trying to not talk about Smash. I gotcha, man. I mean, I don't have it. I don't have much of a way to talk about it, aside from the minimal bits that I have talked about it so far. We won an online 4-player match with Lucina last night. Cool. I'm just so bad at it. We got an on-site interview for a job after Christmas. Pretty stoked about that. That's awesome, Tegan. Congrats. Congrats. What kind of job is it, if you don't mind me asking? Jonathan, welcome to the stream. We got Treecko and have started off Sapphire. Shiny Badge Quest. Awesome. Hope we get Kyogre soon. Well, thank you. Thank you. I'm hoping to just find a Kyogre, any Kyogre today. Otherwise, it'll essentially have been like a week of trying to find, just trying to find the legendary. Yeah, because I haven't had time, like, since the last stream to even, like, attempt to find it. The little bit of time I was going to use today, I ended up having to use to get the capture cards set up again. Because they use very similar drivers or very similar names. And the software doesn't like using the two, like, they seem to identify as the same device. Like, the same type of device, and like, oh, that means like it would use the same, like the computer thinks it will use the same adapter, the same like driver to connect to it. It isn't. And so you have to like mess with the two devices to get them to actually like play nice together. It's really weird, but it's working now. And that was what I had to spend like 30 to 45 minutes working on, when I could have been like doing this. Once you start, you won't be able to stop. Oh wait, you started. Oh no! That's all good. So we can talk about Smash. I've seen a few videos from like, I've seen a couple of videos of glitches, and I've seen I tuned into like one of StreamEgg's streams. I don't know. It looks fun. It looks fun. Maybe I just play with people who are way too good. State level crime lab. Oh, that's super interesting. That's really cool. I gotta spend next semester, like the spring, getting a job lined up for after school, because like I said, my last semester of college is, you know, coming up. Super cool, super fun. It's gonna be cool to be done, but it'll also be kind of like bittersweet, because it was a good time. It's a good time. Alright, we're just gonna slip on by that. Come on, I need a blue one. I missed the one blue one earlier because I was reading chat. I came around the corner, it was there, and I couldn't hit it. Yo, Mariah Evans, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? How have you been? Getting Smash next week, hopefully. Awesome! Yeah, I don't know when I'll pick it up. Yeah, not sure. But yeah, so, the big news, the big kind of mild stream. No! No, no, no! It's right there! Oh, no, no. Rip. Rip. It's right there. We missed it. We'll see what we get from this one, though. Who knows? But the thing that the big update that happened mildly stream-related in the past week is it's Rip Chair. If you can't tell, I am sitting in, like, an old kitchen table, like, wooden chair. Because my office chair, my desk chair, finally completely gave out. Been trying to prep for it a little bit. Alright, we'll see if this is shiny. No, no, no! Rip me. Let's just go and encounter it. See what we get. Rip. Love the game. Once you think you like a character, oh wait, there's another one you enjoy more. That's cool. That's cool, yeah. Like, it definitely gives you all the options, you know? Which is super exciting. Having everyone there. Favorite Christmas song? Oh man, what is my favorite Christmas song? I don't know. I don't know, honestly. I haven't listened to many really since college. Like, for 3 years in high school, I like heard them every single day. But that was because my math teacher would always, like, from Thanksgiving to Christmas break, like, from when we got back from Thanksgiving break until we went on, like, winter break, she would always have the Pandora station up playing Christmas music, like, in the classroom. So, like, I had her my sophomore, junior, and senior year of high school. So I always was hearing that Christmas music. I probably could have told you then. I probably could have picked out a song then, but I really don't know. I can't think of any except for, like, you know, like Jingle Bells, Joy to the World, Rudolph, maybe Rudolph. It's a music that'll haunt you for the rest of your life. It'll probably end up haunting me too. We'll see. I don't know. I don't think it will. I think that's gonna be the Reggie music. That's what's really gonna get to me. Want a Hippopotamus versus? Ah, that one's a good one. See, like, I'd have remembered that one if I had heard it in the past, like, 4 years. If Kyogre goes over 10k, you should make him sit on a chair. So no more top hat, we should have the chair. Oh no, but yeah, if you guys are in the Discord, I posted a picture of it, and yeah, it's, like, completely given out. Like, I almost hit my head against the wall. Like, I was kind of, like, good it didn't happen on stream, but also, like, oh, that would have been a really great, like, stream moment. But yeah, so hopefully I can get another chair soon. Because otherwise I do not have a chair at the apartment. So, that is the current situation on that whole thing. The favorite one is it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Okay. You're gonna look at the picture. Yeah, no, like, it was rip. Basically, the way that chair worked was the armrests and, like, was, like, built into the support piece that held up the whole chair. Like, I don't know, it's hard to describe, I guess. But, like, alright, I'm gonna make a, like, a visualization using, like, Game Boy Advance cartridges, or Game Boy cartridges. But, like, so if these are, like, the two parts of the chair, you know, like, you got the bottom, you got the top, like, there's a brace that, like, would hold them on. Like, there's a brace that would hold it, like that. Well, the armrest was, like, a square, so it was, like, the square brace. And the part that actually was, like, meant to hold the chair together snapped on both of them. And so what I ended up having to do, or what I ended up doing was, like, the armrest had really thin pieces of plastic just to make them a square and keep the armrest from flexing. And that was all that was holding that chair together, and it gave out on one side, like, Thursday. And so all that's holding it together now is the armrest support on the right side. And it doesn't do anything to support it. It just bends all over the place, so the chair is, like, not usable at this point. Bayrizian is best sword, though. Would have paid money to see that on stream. See, like, that would have been a great thing to have on stream. Then I could, like, gesture towards the new gaming chair donation goal. It's like the real proof of why that's there. No, but I don't know. It would have been a great, like, over-the-top reaction to a shiny of, like, oh, we got it, and, like, leaning back in the chair and it just being like, nope, this is the end. But, I don't know, it could have gone way worse. But yeah, like, I almost hit my head on the wall and stuff. I managed to catch myself, but, like, it startled me. Indy was on Discord with me when it happened, and all he heard was like this loud crashing sound because there was the chair breaking, me sliding back in it, it rattling around, and me like bracing against the wall with my hand. The chair, he was so young. You know, it lasted like 2.5 years, which doesn't seem like that long, but with how much I use it and how much like I leaned back and like reclined in it, even though it was very much not or like a recliner, it lasted a good bit. It lasted a while. Also, I really need to figure out what I'm gonna do, like, about holding that webcam there. Right now it's, like, balanced on top of the monitor. Because the way I have the monitor set up, I can't, like, put it how I normally would. Raise, $2.99 for a PewDiePie chair. I think it's $3.99. Right? It's $3.99, and also, the chairs I am looking at are the clutch chairs, like, which are, like, the PewDiePie chair. But I think I'm looking at a different series of it from them. Because I am tall. I'm very tall. And that was one of the biggest issues when trying to find chairs. Like, because I've been looking for a while. I've been looking since I set that goal up, even before I set it up. I have been looking for a while, actually. Like, every other ad that I see on the internet right now is, like, a gaming chair ad. Because of the sheer amount that, like, I was looking at them. But I think I did, like, end up looking at the clutch chairs. They were, like, some of the cheaper ones, and they were the only chairs that, like, had a model that was my size. Because I'm 6'6", which is 198 centimeters, for anyone who doesn't use the Imperial system. But, so I'm above average height, and the problem is the chairs go up to, like, 6'5", before they suddenly just start getting wider, as far as, like, the next size up. And when I looked at a lot of them, I did find like a series that actually like went up high enough without really going out too wide. So that's the one I've been ending up looking at. Can I get a boy? I'm pretty sure I did one. I did a couple claps at the beginning of the stream. Yo, Julian Pede, welcome to the stream. I'm taller than my dad. I'm taller than my dad. I'm like the tallest one in my family that I know. Like, as far as like, at least like direct family, immediate family. That's the word I was looking for. No, I am quite tall. It's almost an inconvenience sometimes when I'm looking for things that require like being relatively well sized and like relatively well fitted. That's one of the things that that's one of the times. Like, I don't fit in a lot of cars. I almost don't fit indoors. Obviously, it takes a while to find a chair. And clothes are rough, because most of the time once you get past large, XLs and XXLs, every time you add an X, it gets wider, it doesn't get taller. So it's like go in like special order, like large talls for my clothes. So yeah, like that was like the big struggle with finding that stuff. But also we mentioned PewDiePie, and this just relates into YouTube. So, have I streamed since YouTube Rewind happened? Because I know I haven't streamed since it became the most disliked video ever. But like, I feel like I may have streamed after it came out, but I hadn't watched it yet. Like, I don't think I've streamed since I watched YouTube Rewind. What was everyone's opinions on that? You just started your winter break. Me too, Julia, me too. My last day of class was Friday, and so now I've got a lot of time to kind of relax and stream, because I haven't been able to stream for a while since finals week and everything happened. I'm gonna do a special Christmas live stream. Probably not anything special on, like, definitely not on Christmas. Maybe we can try something right after Christmas, but basically, I don't know, I didn't have that in mind. Also, okay, I was freaking out because I accidentally hit the... Alright, let's see what's here. Oh boy. If this is shiny... You know, honestly, at least it isn't Regice. If this is a Regice and it was shiny, that would have been too much. That would have been too much, man. You know, Evie, right? Probably be here later and be sure to make fun of him. Fun of him for this. He was trying to soft reset in regular wormholes. Oof. Oof. You know what? You know what? I don't blame him. I didn't know that they were like permanently set. I just thought they had like really good odds. Which they do have really good odds, but they have really good odds per wormhole, and then it's permanently set from there. But there've been a good number of people who've come into the streams and have thought that. Like, I totally understand why. It's a weird mechanic for them to just randomly have kind of implemented. Reading last comments are funny. Don't see why he needs a new chair. He's doing a very good job at leading your parties. Shiny Hunt. This is true. I am Cinder and I like to think I'm funny. That's my level of joke, though. Yeah, it was Registeel. But if it had been Regice, and if it had been Shiny, that would have been... I don't know, it would have been too much. Yo! Range Relic, welcome to the stream. Just not by to watch while shining in for Giratina and Oras. Well, good luck. Good luck with Giratina. Hope you get it. And I hope you enjoy the stream as well. I'm coding boy. Short hide. Very glad the streams are finally back. Me too. Me too. Like, the past week, it was ridiculously stressful. Like I said, I had spent so much time. Like studying and working on projects and stuff. And I posted about it in the Discord. Like I had to catch up on sleep. I'd slept so long the past 2 nights, just because I had to. I had to catch up on so much sleep. And the big thing was like, both of my actual finals were on Friday. Like, everything else was a project. So like, I'd spent the whole week doing these projects, and I still had these tests in the back of my mind that were like going to happen at some point, and I like had no chance to really study for them until the morning of. Anyway, you and Evie were doing a shiny race in the wormholes, and you got one first encounter. Oof, oof. I would be a bit salty too. I'll admit. I'd be a bit salty there. Hopefully tomorrow we can hunt for Kyogre at the same time as each other, and maybe you can actually win this time. I believe in you, Cinder. I believe you'll get it. I haven't even found actual Kyogre yet, so you've got that. You've got an advantage on me. Do you have the National Dex complete? If so, do you know how long it took you? You only have 366 in it. I do not have the National Dex complete. Yeah, no, I don't have the Gen 6. Any of the decks is fully complete in Gen 6. I have the Alolan, like the full Sun and Moon decks, like living decks complete, and I have the decks complete for Usum. I just don't have a living decks complete. I'm working on my shiny, or on my living shiny decks for Sun and Moon, as well as for Let's Go now. I really want to do, I really want to get a living shiny dex in Let's Go, but I'm so far behind a lot of people, I'm assuming, just because of the number of days I've had to hunt in it has been very low. I still don't have the shiny charm there. I still gotta trade evolutions, and I don't have the Switch Online stuff, so I can't trade with like anyone. I have to trade with someone local. I didn't know anyone at school that had it, so I gotta so I'm gonna be able to complete it like Friday, but that's the soonest I'll be able to get that. Whew. Sorry for the yawn. At least in Usum, you only need the regional to get the shiny charm, which I can't wait to get. Yeah, no, that's one of the. It's nice, but at the same time, like, it's because that you can't catch the full national decks in that gen, or in the gen, and it's because, like, also probably partially because you couldn't access Pokemon Bank until several months in, so they didn't want people to be like, all right, well, I want to get the shiny charm, but I gotta wait till January to get it. So So yeah, like that was done with the Alolan decks, which is nice, but at the same time, it would have been cool to be able to catch more Pokemon in the regions. I'd kind of hope that USUM didn't have a lot of overlaps, aside from, like, brand new Gen 7 Pokemon, just for the sake of, like, having 300 Pokemon here and, like, 400 Pokemon here and, like, combining and be like, boom, the whole decks, or most of the decks. But yeah, no, like, it did make it easier. It did make it easier, and at least I didn't make you get the full thing. Any thoughts about Gen 8 on Switch? I mean, it'll come out in a year. I don't know, there hasn't been any information on it aside from it's Gen 8, so I don't really have an opinion on it at the moment. Because, yeah, like, there's nothing out about it yet, aside from it's happening on Switch, and we already knew that. We knew that from, like, a day or two after USUM came out, when Game Freak had to come out and say, calm down, we're gonna make a Pokemon game on the Switch. But yeah, so, I don't know, I'm excited for it. I want to hear a joke about airplanes, and it'll probably go over your head. That's a good one. That's a good one. I think it only had half the total Pokemon because the DS can't handle all 800. But it can. All the models are still there. You can trade any Pokemon into USUM that you want. Like, or into Gen 7 you want from Gen 6, and Gen 6 had the full national decks. Like, yeah, there's no issue with that at all. I'm guessing Alola is just not a big enough region, and since they didn't release any remakes in Gen 7, like, you have Let's Go, but that's, like, a bit different of a situation. Like, that's not like a Gen 7 game in the sense that Oras is a Gen 6 game. So they just didn't have the locations to introduce all those Pokemon, unless you wanted, like, 20 different encounters per route. Which at that point it just gets frustrating to catch everything. Yeah, there really wasn't much of a way to actually go about that. So, I don't think, it wasn't like a hardware limitation, it was definitely just like the way they laid out the region. And the games that released were the limitation more so than anything. I could totally see Gen 8 overall, once every game involved in Gen 8 comes out, us being able to get a full national dex just with those games. But not with, like, the initial release or anything, like, several years down the line. Kind of feel bummed you heard that it won't be out on the 3DS, if it's true. Oh no, it's absolutely not going to be on the 3DS. The 3DS hit its limit. The Switch has more power. The Switch is, like, Game Freak's going to be releasing on the Switch. They've already confirmed that. That's one of the things that is actually confirmed. That's, like, the only thing confirmed. And it just makes sense. It makes sense. I don't have issues with it. I know some people, it bums out, like you said, like, you know, like, they want it on the 3DS. I know people who were, like, super excited because they just got their 3DS and then they announced, like, 2 weeks later, Pokemon's going to be on the Switch now. Like, so I can get being bummed out about that. Like, if you can't afford a Switch, like, it just kind of means, like, you can't play Pokemon. It doesn't directly affect me. I have a Switch, so, like, I'm good there. Alright, let's see what we're going to encounter here. Alright, let's see if we can get a Cresselia. Read your last message just to put in perspective how good your finding legendaries you want to hunt luck has been, excluding Raikou, which took 10 hours. Kyogre was literally the first blue wormhole you found after getting Latias. I mean, I had that with the Reggies for the most part. Yo, Kitty Lock on the stream. Student debt exists. Rip. Rip. Seems like a complete money grab. No, it's not. No, like, they have to move on to this system. It doesn't... Even the new variants can barely handle Gen 7. If they want to continue to improve the games, they have to move them up. Like, I would not consider it a money grab in any way. I know some people are like, oh, Game Freak's stupid, Game Freak hates money for not having released some already on the Switch. But it's like... I don't know, in that regard, I don't think, like, some couldn't be ported to the Switch. But the Switch is more powerful, it'll let the game look better. The 3DS has been receiving Pokemon games for 2 generations now, which is the most which is like, granted, it's happened more than once, it's not like this is an anomaly, but like, it got Gen 6 and 7, the DS got Gen 4 and 5, the Game Boys all each got a generation themselves. Like, the Switch will probably get Gen 8 and 9, and then we'll see Gen 10 on whatever the next mildly, like, on the next whatever handheld kind of system they have is. Like, I totally understand the frustration, though. I understand, like, if you have a 3DS, you want to be able to play it still, but the 3DS is at its limit as far as the games go. You can see it whenever you go into a battle royale. You can see it when you go into a double battle, anything like that. The battle music gives you chills, you don't know why. Didn't know the 3DS can barely support Gen 7. That would make sense. Just have mixed feelings, especially when you don't have that. It won't have that nostalgic feeling. Like, the nostalgic feeling of a 3DS. I feel like a new game and nostalgia don't go together too much. I know, like, there are remakes and that's a different thing, but, like, for a new region, it should be, like, a brand new kind of exciting experience. But, yeah, no, like, I totally get... I kind of get wanting it on the 3DS. I prefer that as a portable handheld as over the Switch. Like, the Switch is something I put in its carrying case and put in my bag, and then I can take somewhere, and then I can take it out and play it for a bit and put it back. The 3DS is something that I throw in my pocket, I can pull right out of my pocket, open it up, play for even just like 5 seconds and put it away. And I still got more playtime than setup time. The Switch definitely is a little bit less convenient, but it has the TV mode. I don't know how much I'd like for the game to perform better in handheld mode than Let's Go does. And that's one thing that Let's Go kind of already hit performance-wise, was Game Freak didn't optimize it very well. It's great in docked mode, but yeah, handheld mode, it doesn't perform quite as well. So yeah, I'd love to see that worked out. Satisfied hunting on your 3DS, there are tons of Pokemon to hunt. Yeah, no, I mean, you've got, sorry, that was probably really loud. But yeah, no, you can hunt literally every Pokemon that's out right now. Aside from like Melton, Melmetal, and Zeraora. Well, I guess Zeraora does go into the 3DS. You can get literally every Pokemon right now except Melton and Melmetal on the 3DS. Because you have everything up through Gen 6 and Gen 6, and then you have Gen 7 with the new stuff. So yeah, like, the 3DS lets you do a lot. So yeah, it's totally something that... It's totally a system that's usable still. Yo, Purple Hermit, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? By nostalgia, you mean that nostalgic feeling of holding a DS in your hands and feeling that same childish feeling of holding the original DS? I kind of get that. But also I think, like, in another sense, the feeling of, like, playing a Pokemon game and it's on the Switch and it, like, can be on your TV, like, that's, like, a whole brand new feeling of excitement. Again, though, like, I get where you're coming from. Well, like, I enjoyed playing the 3DS, like, games, even though like, from the moment I first started playing on a 3DS and hadn't played on a DS really all that much. So yeah, like, again, I understand the reasoning behind it. But yeah, it was just kind of the time that it needed to be updated. I think Let's Go was 10,000% made for docked mode. It just looks so much better. Or it's just so much better. Well, the thing is, what happens is the Switch underclocks itself when it's in a handheld mode. I don't want to say overclocks itself in docked mode, because docked mode is probably the specs that it's actually built for. But in order to save battery life, the Switch runs slower in handheld mode. Because every other factor of it's the same. Everything else is the same aside from, like, power draw. Because the cooling system's not upgraded by the dock in any way. All that it is it gets continuous wall power and a video output. And with that, it increases its resolution, and it also can, like, maintain its frame rate. Because, like, it underclocks itself in handheld mode, so it just starts running slower. So that's why it's better in dock mode. It's just the Switch physically is a better and faster system in docked mode than in handheld mode. But seeing as that's a massive draw of the Switch, is the handheld mode, like, the fact that it can switch between the two seamlessly, like, bump up that performance, or, like, optimize it for handheld mode a little bit more. Like, they really just need to do that. Areas like Viridian Forest get really, really laggy in handheld mode. Docked mode, they're no problem. I don't have any issues with stuttering, really, outside of handheld mode. So it's definitely just a thing of, like, the game is made absolutely for docked mode. And somehow along the way, they kind of forgot about handheld mode, I think. Which is really weird. Which I guess, it also kind of makes sense. The whole game's designed around throwing it, and they had to, like, add kind of like a, oh crud, let's use an accelerometer in the system for docked mode. At least, like, they let you play it in a handheld mode. Because Like, they don't let the Pro Controller in, which stinks. I'm gonna say I would prefer if Game Freak Nintendo would do Let's Go Johto before Gen 8. Nah, they gotta spread them out. They definitely need to spread those out. If they're gonna do them, if they're gonna do Let's Go games consistently, they're gonna have to do it as like a start of each gen type thing. Or release a whole bunch of ones, but nah, like, it's been enough time that like a new Pokemon game will have had enough time to have actually matured. That was my big concern, was that Let's Go was going to be like the true A-team, top tier. This is what their Gen 8 game was going to be. And it didn't have enough time. It didn't have enough time for that, for sure. I do understand the need to evolve newer gens. Just wish that it'd be able to be played on the 3DS as well, to have both options. That'd be great if we could run it. Oh, so like you kind of wanted like to be able to play it on the Switch and on the 3DS, like the same way the Breath of the Wild was on the Wii U and Switch. That becomes a problem for multiple reasons. There's one that's a bit more obvious to, like, it's a bit easier, I guess, to argue for the reason why they couldn't do it, and that's form factor. The Switch has one screen, the 3DS has two screens. The Switch has 2 joysticks and 8 buttons, and the... Well, I guess, like, has, like, and the 3DS has, like, a circle pad, 4 buttons, and a D-pad. If you have a new variant, like, the D-pad can act as 4 of those buttons, and you have the little tiny, like, little nub of a joystick, and that can kind of maybe work. But overall, yeah, you still end up with the 2 screens. You still end up with the game having to play on really big resolutions and really, really, really low resolutions. And so you'd end up with a game that really, like, had to cut corners in both ends. And then you also have to deal with the fact, this one's a bit more technical, but the Switch runs on, like, an NVIDIA Tegra chip, where, I don't know the actual internals of the 3DS, but I'm pretty sure it's an ARM-based CPU. So they'd have to, like, run and, like, compile and optimize the game twice, which is a lot of work. Like, you usually have separate development teams that handle that. You enjoyed the 3DS being in college and you had free time, you can just pull it out and go, yes! Yes, that is my biggest complaint, like I was saying with the Switch, of, like, you have to, like, I carry it around in my backpack, I carry it around with its carrying case, and if I want to play it, I have to pull it out, I have to keep the carrying case somewhere, and, like, I could play it for, like, you know, 30 seconds, and then I have to put it back away. And that takes a good chunk of time. Where, like, the 3DS, if I sit down, and there's, like, 2 minutes before the lecture starts, I can pull it out of my pocket, I can open it up, I can hunt until the professor shows up and put it away. Like, that was always my biggest complaint with the Switch as far as its portability, was, like, it is a handheld, and it's the next handheld system, but it doesn't quite match the portability level that you had with the 3DS. And alright, let's see, I think this is our first actual blue wormhole of the day. Like Pokemon Switch and Pokemon DS. Yeah, no, it wouldn't work, because the engines are very specific to the hardware they're run on. The 3DS has a slower processing rate, and it would have more work to do than the Switch, of course. I think lower res version of the game would be cooler than just not having one. No, it's not just like it would run slower, like, the architecture of the processors and, like, the code has to be completely different. They'd have to write the game twice, is the issue. So yeah, I get why people would want that, and, like, obviously they've pulled it off with other systems before, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work for that. And the thing is, like, having the one, like, if you had, like, a Switch version and you had a 3DS version that was, like, neutered down, it was, like, it was watered down in a way, and, like, it was just kind of, like, it was lower res and it didn't look as good. Like, that's one thing, but it most likely means that some time that could have been put into making the Switch version even better was lost. The GUIs in different screens. Yeah, the GUIs would be different, but, so you have that, but then you also have, like, down to the base of, like, how the system works. The processors are different, not just in speed, but in literally, like, the way you send commands to them from the cartridge is completely different. It's like, it's like trying to write the game in Chinese and write the game in English at the same time. Like, at the end of the day, like, you can kind of store them the same way, but you have to translate it into different code, basically. So there's like, you can't just take you just can't like take the code, swap it from a Switch cartridge to a 3DS cartridge, and boom, it goes in and works. It's just like, they're foreign languages to each other. Yo, Melodic Migration Raid. Adam, what's going on? How's your stream, dude? Thank you for the raid. Salute, who did I see coming from that raid there? We got Saluvia, Adam656, Brian Alexander, Lucario Master 2007, Blue Company of Life. Paul, how's it going? How's everyone doing? Get raided. We are getting raided. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Mike F, welcome to the stream. Greg, welcome as well. Mel, welcome to... How is everybody doing today? It has been a while. It's been a while since I've seen all you guys. How are you all doing? Yeah, so Adam, thank you again for that raid, man. Hope your stream went well. Crispy Sylveon, welcome as well. How are you doing today? You're late, but you're here. That's all that matters, right? Welcome, welcome. Glad you're here. Glad you are all here, Raiders. Really appreciate you guys coming by. Ossian Neo, sorry if I mispronounced that. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. Time is an illusion. Yeah, seriously, all that matters is you showed up. All that matters is you're here. You're also not really late. Like, you were... By the time I read all of them, you were showing up. Yo, Crispy Sylveon, thank you for the sub as well. Something's goofy here. Something's going goofy here with Streamlabs and notifications and everything. I might have to check that out. We'll see though, because I don't know. I think what it is I think I might have it set so that some other notifications don't actually turn off when they're not on the stream. And therefore Zora is the master of time, since it is the master of illusions. It's gonna put Dialga in its place, right? Alright. Hopefully we can actually find some more blue wormhole legends. Really, that's been our biggest issue, is like just finding any kind of blue wormholes to go into. Yep. More powerful. Zora should just learn illusion, or not illusion time. Roar of Time. I was thinking of illusion. Plus, you're taking a break from your shiny Registeel hunt since it's at 5,645. That is a lot of soft sets there, man. I don't blame you. What do you hunt for in the meantime? Are you just like taking a full shiny hunting break? So I kind of had that. I kind of had a bit more of a break than I expected when I ended up. I had to take off streaming for finals week with you guys. For anyone who is tuning in now, coming in from that raid, like I haven't been able to stream for about a week because of finals and everything. Zoroark's better than Dialga. It's scary. All right, so 1 second. 1 second. Okay. Hopefully this works. 1 second, guys. Sorry about this. Okay. Okay, I think I figured this out. So 1 second. Ah, no, that's not it. There we go. I think that should fix the kind of goofy stuff that was going on. There we go. There we go. Alright, that wasn't a legendary, though. It's a scary Pokemon. It's just got more power than can be contained. So yeah, I think what was happening was the little notifications that go across the screen up there, they were loaded on this layout as well as my Let's Go hunting layout. And so what happened with that was they were both popping and it was throwing off the stream boss thing because that was also loaded twice. By the way, if you save in front of a non-legend encounter, then the shiny will stay shiny no matter what, so that's nice. Yeah! Yeah, I knew about that. We haven't been going for any of those, so Yeah, we haven't been going for any of those. I just tend to back out of that wormhole. For the sake of time. 3 days ago, you accidentally soft reset a shiny Regigigas. Oh no! I got it in 23 tries. Charmless and took a picture before you reset it. No! Ah, man, that's... So, like, have gone through everything, have recognized it, taken the picture, and then... Oh, man, the muscle memory is killer, though. Muscle memory is the worst. I soft reset during a Masuda method hunt because of it. You know, anime person, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Instachon, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? You have a shiny Blaziken level 100 with momentum. Well, that's cool. Got it in an egg. Nice. I didn't feel like Googling it, so you tested your theory on a shiny Hippowdon. Yeah, so that's how it works. Basically, aside from legendary wormholes, like all non-legendary wormholes, they hold the characteristics, like going into the wormhole sets the shiny values. Everything else can change, I think, but the shininess is determined by the wormhole itself, not the Pokemon. The thing happened was you had a rubber band on your LNR and your finger slipped and hit start. Oof. That is why I don't use rubber bands. I will deal with the fact that I have to like manually click the buttons over accidentally doing that. Just because I'm afraid. I would totally do the same thing, man. Would totally do it too. Like I had to make sure to prevent myself from goofing up like that, because it's not a fun time. You're taking a break from Shiny Redstone. I gotcha. Are you hunting anything else in the meantime though, Mike? Or are you just like I don't know, you're just taking a break from all shiny hunting? You learned your lesson. You good, man. Like you learn it once. That's all you need to learn, right? He's got a Cyndaquil and 5 encounters, full odds. Nice! That's awesome. Don't have the patience for soft resets, so it's kind of... I'm reading chat one right through the field of blue orbs there. Just kind of got some, but from a friend, although you do get a shiny Raikou. I was like, cool. See, I totally understand people not having the patience for the soft resets, though. It took me forever to feel like I was ready to do one. Because stuff like SOS hunting is way easier, and it's way faster. So I think it's totally fair to do that. Like, it's totally fair to like do that with your time as opposed to like soft reset hunting, because your odds increase more. But once you've done that enough, like the amount of time you spent hunting is you just have so much time that you've spent hunting that like one soft reset hunt's not a lot of that. If you enter a wormhole, automatically it gives you a Pokemon. It's shiny value. It gives a Pokemon shiny value is just normal. So basically, right now, it is already determined whether or not the Pokemon in this wormhole is shiny. So if I save right now, and that's a shiny Pokemon up there, it will always be shiny every time I encounter it. On the flip side, if that's not shiny, it's never going to be shiny. So like basically you can't sit in the wormhole and soft reset for a shiny. But so it's bad in that sense, but it's also good in the sense of like, if it is a shiny, you can mess it up as much as you want, you can check its IVs as much as you want, all that stuff. Yo, Venom Studios, super chatting, $1. Thank you for that, I appreciate it, Venom. It means a lot, knocking down the stream boss some. ORAS soft resetting is way faster than you some, so you kind of shiny help Mudkip on your ORAS now. Hey, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, Venom, how are you doing, by the way? It's been a little while. How are you doing? It's 100% secured shiny. Yes. Yeah, so as long as you save in the wormhole. Obviously, because if you get booted out of the wormhole's gone. But yeah, so basically, if you encounter a shiny in the wormhole, as long as you saved inside that wormhole, it will always be a shiny. Bleh. I just bit my tongue. It'll always be shiny. You're doing good, that's good to hear. I say need a Dialga and Palkia. Is that true? You're hunting for shiny Ivysaur. Cool. For Giratina, yeah, you do need, in order to find Giratina in the wormholes, you need Palkia and Dialga. Same thing, Rayquaza, you have to have Kyogre and Groudon. Suicune, you need Raikou and Entei. I don't know of any other ones. I'm guessing, what, Richard and Zekrom for Kyurem? Traded an Articuno for your Dialga, so you feel pretty good. Oh, that's cool. You're Giratina, but you don't have a Palkia. Interesting. Oh, your shiny full odds. Hey, that's fair. There are people who do that. I'm not one of them. I aim for efficiency more than anything. Like, that's part of my thing, is like, how quickly can I get them, kind of. As well as like the fact they're rare and they're fun to collect. And like, I do enjoy the challenge. It's not like the best ones are always the easiest. Like, look at Manaphy. But yeah, like, if there is a method, I tend to use it unless like it's somehow too ridiculously easy. Legends are exceptions. Yes. So if you encounter a shiny legend in the wormhole, it's a normal shiny encounter. If you soft reset, it's no longer shiny. Which is also why we're able to do these Kyogre runs, where once we get to Kyogre and save in that wormhole, we don't leave that wormhole until we get the shiny, because it is a normal encounter. Exchanged a Mesprit for Entei and also had a Raikou, and then it appeared. Oh no. So you have major headaches every hunt. You just spend so long on it. I gotcha. I'm gonna check my phone. There's a chance that it means my final grade soon. Of course, like, I had to start reading something as this goes in. Do you know if the Lightyears affect legendaries? They affect the chance of finding a legendary. So, like, if you find a, like, 2-ring wormhole at 1,000 Lightyears, it's less likely to have a legendary in it than, like, a 2-ring wormhole at 4,000 Lightyears. I think. But it doesn't affect the shiny odds at all. Those are permanently set as normal shiny odds. Not too bad, it takes an extra 8 seconds or so. I think I might do the Manaphy hunt, but it's going to take some time. Yeah, it will, because that's what I'm doing, and it takes a long time. Setup was the shortest part of it, and setup took months. Like, setup took the entire summer of playing Pokemon Ranger over and over and over again. And then finding new copies, or not new copies, but different copies that haven't been played fully at stores, buying them, and beating them, and doing that over and over and over again. And the hunt itself is insane. Do you need Pokemon Ranger nowadays? Yes, you do need it for Manaphy. I played through 10 copies of Pokemon Ranger. It has to be the original. The remakes don't, or like the sequels don't work anymore because their eggs were collected over Wi-Fi. So yeah, you have to play the original, and it has to be a save that hasn't had the egg taken off of it yet. Can't Manaphy as a mythical Pokemon? You can actually hunt it, yes. It's from before the time that they were shiny locked fully. There's a whole way you have to go about it. There's a whole process. That's why the setup takes forever. But basically, Manaphy's only shiny locked on the save you collect it on. So if you collect the egg and trade the egg to a different save, it's no longer like locked. Basically, like, it's not shiny locked. It's just set so that like the trainer that collects it can't hatch it as shiny. But there's a 1 in 8,000 chance that another trainer will be able to. So you have to continuously trade it to new saves every time you want to try it, but it is possible. It is very slightly possible. Need Pokemon Ranger Guardian Signs. Guardian Signs won't work. You have to use the original. Shadows of Almia and Guardian Signs do not work anymore. It has to just be straight Pokemon Ranger, no subtitle. You don't need to buy multiple Pokemon Ranger. Your friend He had 2 copies. You do have to buy multiple copies though, because there's only 1 egg per cartridge. The only way that, like, you have to hack, unless you like use like an action replay or something, or like a Game Shark to force the egg to be re-added. If you're doing it fully legit with no cheats or anything, you have to get a new cartridge every time. Theoretically, you could somehow corrupt the entire like save file on the cartridge, all the save data, and the DS will reformat it. But that's like really, really rare. You're probably gonna brick the cartridge before anything else. But for the most part, it's 1 per cartridge, not 1 per save, which is the weird thing. It's decided on the trainer ID and secret ID. And I guess technically, yeah, if you're saying like you don't need multiple ranger copies to do the hunt, you're right. It just makes it faster. Like I got 10 copies and 10 eggs, and I'll trade those 10 eggs to every save. So it's like 10 times more likely that I'll find one, or like I'll find it 10 times faster. But yeah, so you have to like, you basically have to line up the trainer ID and the secret ID of the Pokemon just right, for like some like arithmetic done on the straight binary to like equal 16 or less, or 8 or less in the older games. So yeah, like it does. So yeah, I guess theoretically it is possible with 1, but it is way easier and way faster if you just do it with multiple. So yeah, like I went for 10 eggs, and yeah, you need multiple Sinnoh games so that you can trade back and forth to new saves. Like I know how to do the hunt. I'm actively, if you go on like my old videos, I'm in the middle of one right now. Like I have a Manaphy hunt ongoing on the channel. Yeah, no need for a second cartridge. Like, yeah, you don't need one, it just makes it better. How do you react to multiple eggs or shiny at once? I would be happy. I would be very happy. All I need is 1 non-shiny for my collection. Fione's easy enough to breed for. No, I'd be super hyped if I got multiple shiny Manaphy's at once. Like, that'd be crazy. I don't think that'll happen, though. The odds of that happening are extremely low. Yo, Pyro, welcome to the stream. That'd be godly. If all 10 hatched as shinies at once. Alright, I'm gonna check this real quick. I don't know what's going on in a group me I'm in for a class. You have a Fione, but not a Manaphy. How'd you get that? Or are you talking about like a shiny Fione, not Manaphy? I think Mesprit weakened. Weakened it 5 times. How so? You're now 92% done with the decks. Awesome. Dragon Tamer, awesome. No luck with Kyogre, not yet. No. I'll go for about 15 more minutes today. Dinner is upstairs, and I gotta figure out stuff with like. Classes are over, but my grades aren't in. And neither are, like, anyone's. And they're all due in, like, less than, they're due in, like, less than 6 hours from multiple classes. Breed for Shiny Fione from the Shiny Manaphy? Yeah. I'll breed from at least one of the Manaphys, I guess depending on which one has better stats, even though I don't really care about that usually. You're at work now and have a cold, so your voice sounds awful. That's okay, I guess. I hope work goes well, Cinder. Voice chat? I won't be able to voice chat after the stream today. Like I said, I got dinner, like, upstairs waiting for me right now. Also, so far, thank you to everyone who has subbed today. I know a lot of people came in from Adam's raid, as well as I've seen some more people in here subbing. Because yeah, for anyone who was in the streams last week when I was doing them, it was much closer to that sub rule than it is now. Since I last streamed, YouTube removed a couple like inactive / spam accounts from like the site and removed their subscriptions from places, as well as just because I wasn't streaming. Some people definitely there was a net loss of subs there, so I'm glad we're getting that back pretty quickly. Gotta go. Alright, see you later, anime person. Also, thank you, I guess, on that shiny Ponyta. You got a Fiona for me? Did I? I did not. Can I voice chat tomorrow or Thursday? I might be able to voice chat some on Thursday. Yeah, I'm like, and again, I know you're here for it. I just want to make sure again. Thursday, yeah, I'll probably voice chat since I won't be able to stream. Since like Thursday will be the last day until after Christmas I can stream. So yeah, we'll do that. Vettel intensifies. Favorite shinies either Giratina or Rayquaza. I already got the shiny Rayquaza Galileo event, so you're going for Giratina now. Alright, well good luck with the Giratina, man. And for shiny Latios, awesome Instachan. Awesome. Hey, this one's a legend. We'll see what this is. Let's go ahead and save. I was gonna feel really dumb if it somehow wasn't a legend after I said it was. Alright, we can check this. So my favorite shiny is Milotic. Like, assuming you're talking about from all shinies? Yeah. The thing is, I wouldn't have been able to tell. I would not have been able to tell. Boring shiny, oof. See, that was one of the things. The boring shiny added to the intensity of that moment, because I still didn't know, even after I saw it. Bred some Wonder traded him off. That'd be crazy if you got one from you. Second comes bad shiny, to be honest. It doesn't change much, no. We dealt with Regice for way longer than most people would have. So I'm not a stranger to like less than interesting shinies. Love shiny Sylveon and Smeargle. Sylveon's really great because it's one of the shinies that shows that you really can do. You can actually make a really good shiny without changing the color palette at all. You just have to change the right colors around. Like, you swap the right colors around, it can look really good. And Smeargle. Smeargle's good. I remember hunting for one, hoping to use it as like my shiny hunting machine, but then the shiny one that I found was moody, so I couldn't use it because like the SOS hunts would have been insufferable with the number of stat changes. Keep thinking it's Sunday because you got a week suspension from school. Oh no! How'd that? Oh no! I'm sorry that happened. Dude, that's how I felt last week though. A little bit because like I only had one day of finals. Like, my finals were both on Friday. So, like, I got out of class, Friday afternoon, and went home for the weekend, and Sunday, I kept thinking it was, like, Sunday. Like, obviously. And then Monday, it felt like it was Sunday, because it was just, like, it feels like it should be the end of the weekend, and I kept freaking out that, like, classes were about to happen, even though they weren't. Not assuming the green, red, or blue. This is the Gen 6 Pokemon XY where the Great Shines revealed. It shows the colors. What do you mean? Ah. It's breeding to see what IDs you can get and want to trade the others off. That's fair. Alright. That one's not worth going into because there's no ring around it. No search day. Usually go before your friends leave things. They searched you. Oh no! Dude, that stinks. That stinks, man. Yo, Ash, how's it going? Dude, today's your 20th birthday. Happy birthday, dude. Happy birthday, man. Hope it's been a good day. Shiny Kyogre luck. We really just need Kyogre luck, man. We got like 2 or 3 more runs, I'd say, before I call it for the stream. Because again, like, no, I didn't mean to use tackle. Cherry, you got hurt. No. Oh no, that was actually a critical hit. I actually took the time. Well, yeah, once you have the 3D models, you can do a lot more with the shinies. Because pre-Gen 6, you had the sprites. Like, when you still had sprites, they're dealt with a sprite sheet. And with, like, textures. Or not textures, but with, like, actual, like, colors and stuff. And so, you have to, like, modify the colors. And usually it was kind of done with, like, a formula of shifting the colors over a certain amount on the spectrum. That's why things like Poochyena, the whole thing shifts gold the same amount, the whole Pokemon over. Because, like, it's basically a math formula that figures out what the shiny colors are going to change to. Where with Sylveon and with anything in Gen 6 and 7, they had full control because it was a texture suddenly. And so, like, they have full control. Like, it just loads the shiny texture as opposed to loading a different, like, just changing the sprite colors on the fly. So that's why those are different. Or that's why they have more range of them. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, it's definitely part of it. I hope you have Kyogre shiny. Well, thank you, Instachan. I appreciate it. Just yesterday, you got a Nintendo Switch. Awesome, awesome. Any games for it? Are there other legends you need to trade if you don't have them? Like, I do have extras. Well, thank you for the offer. I'm basically going for all the legends in Dex order. Like in Pokedex order. Like, we got all of Gen 1 and 2 at this point. We've gotten the Regis, we've gotten the Eon Duo, so now we're working on Weather Trio. I have most of the legends in some form. But yeah, I'm just hunting them shiny on the streams and stuff. Alright guys, we got 2 more runs. 2 more runs in the wormhole for the day, assuming one of the runs isn't me goofing up in the first, like, 10 seconds. Which there's a good chance of. So we're probably going to end up getting, like, 3 more runs in. Counting the goofs. So yeah, let's try to get a couple more encounters here on the Game Boy. We haven't done many encounters on the Game Boy today. Let's hit 3,900 there. Got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Nice! Free with a code. That's awesome, dude. Awesome. I love Mario Kart on the Switch. It's really great. It's a game that I think works really well with, like, the Switch's, like, portability and everything. Like, it's pretty easy to play as one person, but it's one of the few games. It's one of those games that really shows off that, like, you know, pull out a Joy-Con and hand it to someone, like, here, play along. Like, I don't know, Mario Kart is a great one to have. It was I got Breath of the Wild in a bundle with my Switch, but like, first game I purchased separate from the Switch was Mario Kart, like, the same day. Because yeah, I definitely needed that one. Yo, Pablo, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Don't have Aura, so no. Yeah. That was the first game I got for my 3DS. Was Alpha Sapphire. Actually, no, second. I got Smash Bros with my for my 3DS. Oh no! Don't say that, Mr. John. Don't say that. Had them, but you lost them. Oh no. That is unfortunate. We're going to use some soon. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Let's see. Will this be a legend? Nope. Let's head back through. Live on Monday. Nani? Yo, Pika-san, how's it going? Welcome to the stream, dude. Yeah, we're live on a Monday. We're actually about to wrap up. We got one more, like, full run in the wormholes. But yeah, we're obviously not in my apartment anymore. We're back in the basement at home for winter break. So yeah, we're able to stream on Monday today just because I don't have a class. That happens right when the stream happens. So that's a benefit of being home for winter break. So yeah, I'll be able to stream today, tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday this week, and then, like, holidays happen with family and everything. So that'll be a whole separate ordeal. What's your guys' favorite generation? Mine is Gen 3. Gen 3 is like my favorite gen. Ho is my favorite region, but Sun's my favorite game. Like, I always, like, whenever anyone asks either of those 3 questions, I always say all of those, just because, like, Hoenn great. Favorite games are from there, or like favorite like Pokemon, favorite region, favorite gen, all that stuff. Oras is also great. Love those games. But I put so much time into Sun that it kind of has to be my favorite game. It's like 5th gen, best gen. Cinder at work, but still in the stream enough to be able to educate people on this fact. But yeah. Alright, so I'm going to try to get one more encounter in here before the wormhole runs over. Oh, didn't need to... Okay. Okay, so we need one more encounter on Emerald for the day, and whatever wormhole we run into, hopefully is a legend. Ooh! Ooh, would this be a great way to end the stream? It would! It would. Do you need a battery for hunting Treecko and Sapphire? If it has a dry battery, it acts like Emerald. So I would recommend having a battery, but you can overcome the issues that come with that. It'll make each encounter a bit longer because you have that dialogue. But alright guys, let's see. Did we find it? No, we didn't. Alright, we'll encounter this, and that's going to be the end of the stream for the day. What do you think you're most known for in your streams? Your Shiny Raikou hunt, your Shiny Virizion hunt, or Shiny Latias hunt? For the most recent subscribers, probably the Latias hunt for the most recent people. Overall, though, I would say Virizion. I'd say Virizion's the one that's brought up the most. Like, Virizion's the first really long one that kind of happened, or was happening while you were in the streams and stuff. Raikou was kind of before that. But, yeah, so I'd definitely say Virizion is the most, like, recognizable one here. But, yep. So, should I mess with luck on first encounter? Unfortunately not. But, yeah, so, it was good to be back. It was good to stream again today. We'll be back again tomorrow. Streaming a bit more. Thank you everyone for tuning into the stream. Thank you anyone that liked, everyone that subscribed. Thank you again to Adam for the raid. But yes, like I said guys, we'll be back on tomorrow. Ignore the schedule that is listed on the credits screen, or on the like end card. That is totally related to the old schedule. I gotta get that changed up for next semester, but we'll see that in a little bit. But again, thank you everyone for tuning into this stream, and I will see you all again next time. And until then, take care.